Bitcoin bloodbath or a bounce ahead. Today we're going to dive into Bitcoin, cover where I think it's heading in the short term, also in the broader picture here, as well as get into a couple market driver charts, the dollar, stock market, go into the total crypto market cap, and then we're going to cover XRP as well too. So if you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment, and now let's dive into it. So we're going to first start off with the dollar, and the dollar's at a key juncture right now. So we're on the daily chart. We have a trend line coming down, which from all the way in 2022, September, we found support on it. We broke down from it and we had a meltdown in the dollar. That was the bottom of crypto back in November when we broke through this trend line. And then we had all of 2023 kind of ping ponging back and forth in this channel right here, like this. So we had that channel that we're ping ponging back and forth. And then we broke above this channel in August of 2023. And that was our real big lull period in crypto. And then once we topped in October and really capitulated back down through this trend line in November, that was really when we started our melt up here. And then we kind of been ping ponging back and forth. And now we have this upward sloping trend line support right now, and we're coming to this convergence. So by the end of January, it needs to make a decision as far as if we're going to break back down or break back up. If we get above this level, then we have some more blood coming for crypto. But if we see a breakdown, we could have a nice pop. And we're going to know by the end of January, time runs out here. But if we look at the momentum indicators on the 1-day chart, we are starting to cross back over. We are above the zero line, which is not the best. You don't want to see that. So the sooner that we can cross down and get below the zero line, the better. Looking at the 12-hour chart, we are starting to cross down as we speak. We have red in the MACD, but we don't want it to be a little kind of like back here when we did it back in August of last year. We did have like a cross down. The MACD went red, but we quickly reversed it and had the momentum go back up. So we don't want to see that scenario. We want to see that momentum to follow through, see that RSI get through that 50 line, and see the TSI get back below the zero line, because getting back below the zero line will spell to me that, yeah, this is a true meltdown in the dollar. But as long as we're still above the zero line, the dollar will remain in an uptrend. We might have to come down to fill this little gap right here around 102.62. And then at that point, we'll have to see how the momentum's looking. But it's looking likely we're going to come down to retest this. And at that point, it's just a matter of what the momentum is showing us. So we'll cover that when we get to that point. Then the stock market on the weekly chart, we're flashing a 1-week sell warning at the moment, which is not like we're going to top right at this moment, because looking to the past, you can see the first sell warning. Usually we go up for a few weeks after, first sell warning, a few weeks after, first sell warning, a few weeks after. Just like back here in May, we did it of last year. And then we didn't hit our top until like July. So seeing that we have this, and that we're breaching past the previous highs, there's probably more upside for the stock market. And looking at the momentum, we are crossing up here. So it's likely we might reach 19,900 for the US NAS 100, depending on if we can see the follow through that momentum here. So that's the stock market. And then looking at the total crypto market cap, going to the 3-day chart, we came down and got close to testing the 786 here at 1.44 trillion. So I'm going to mark that level. It's a key level to maintain above. But if we fall lower, then our next level is right here at the 1 here, and that's at 1.35 trillion, 1.33 trillion. And then if we were to go lower than that, then likely the area where we would bottom out is probably between this little range right here, because this is a key zone. Because back in 2021, we came back down to it as support. We got hung up at it in January 2021 and then had a swift rejection, but then got back above and totally melted up, came back down as support in 2021. And then in June of 2022, we came down to it, we broke it, and then August 2022 came up, got a rejection. Then 2023 in March, we were playing with it, couldn't get above, and then we tried again in July and August, and then finally in October, November, we broke above, and that's what led this massive rally here. So the correction will likely bring us down to 1.13 to 1.20 trillion if this is going to be a steeper correction, and if we're going to have a more drawn out cycle and not something like 2020 to 2021, which was just like a straight line up like that. If it's going to be something like 2016, 2017, where it's more kind of curved, so more curved like that instead of a straight line up, then will likely come down to that zone there if that's how it's going to play out. So that's around 1.13 to 1.20 trillion, which is an additional from current levels, additional 20 to 25% down if we can't hold kind of the zone where we're at right now. And then looking at the 3-day momentum, we are crossing down. We're starting a waterfall. And then looking at the blue and the pink here, the blue and the pink are getting ready to converge. You don't like to see that because that means we might be switching on a swing trade type of time frame from bullish to bearish. So looking at the past, right, when we see the blue cross over the pink, that was our correction back in August. But then when we saw the pink of last year, August of last year, when we saw the pink cross above the blue here in October of 2023, that's what really brought us up. So, zooming out to the macro right now is so important because you don't want to get caught on the wrong side of things. And we may see that dead cat bounce back up to 1.65 trillion. But also we got to keep in mind we are starting to see the pink and the blue come down. It could be something like this though, where they get close, they kiss, but they don't cross. And then we see it kind of revert back, which would be in comparison like that March 2023 little kind of crash down, but then we pop right back up. So something could be in the cards here, and we're going to find out by the tail end of January, first week of February. It's looking like as far as time wise. So that 3-day crosses, and then we got the RSI right on that 50 line too, definitely a critical level. As you can see in FI market, another horizontal line right here. We've seen a lot of points like touch at the 58 to 50 line in the RSI. On the 3-day, we saw rejection here, rejection. We got above, we held the support, then support, rejection. So this is definitely a key level where we're at right now. And then looking at the signals here, let's pull this up. So on the 3-day chart, we had sell signals at 1.63 trillion, 1.67 trillion. We have come down since that point. Looking to the past as well too, it has called the previous tops. But looking to the past bull market though, you'll see a lot of sell signals, no buy signals on the 3-day chart. So just like what we're seeing right now with the past months, we saw sell warnings, we saw the sell now, but there was dips there in this bull market. So going back to the 1-day chart, you'll notice that even on the 1-day chart in the last previous bull market, there was no buys on the dips. That's because we were just kind of just straight up vertical. But going back to the bull market 2017, even there, you didn't see 1-day buys. Oh, wait, sorry. You did right here in August 2016. So we could be at the point like back in August 2016, our final dip before going into that parabolic bull run right here. So if we were to copy that over and then match it up, so it would be like that. And then we can get a time aspect to this as well too. So we have our top here, we have the capitulation, we go sideways, retest the bottom, come back up, kind of go sideways, and then we take out these highs around April and then retest the previous all-time highs by June, have a slam back down, kind of work our way around August, September at that previous all-time high again. And then by October of this year, breaking out from 3 trillion all the way up to reach in, crazy numbers in 2025. Wow. That if that repeats how 2016, 2017 played out. But right now we do have that 1-day prepare to buy soon, which is a solid signal to see. Because even looking back in 2023, every 1-day prepare to buy soon called the bottoms. So 1-day prepare to buy soon, bottom, we shot up. That was in March of 2023. And then June of 2023, 1-day prepare to buy soon, bottom, we went up. Then August of 2023, prepare to buy soons on the 1-day, bottom, we went up. So seeing one right now, being at these levels, as long as we can hold up and then flash that buy now, it's likely that we've already hit our bottom and we'll just go sideways here. But we're not out of the woods until we see that buy now come in. So if anything were to happen as far as more dip into the downside, it would happen within the next 7 to 10 days. So that's what I'm watching there on the total crypto market cap. Then looking at Bitcoin right now, same thing. We got the 1-day prepare to buy soon as we speak as of yesterday. Looking at the previous bull markets, we didn't see any of those on the dips in 2020 to 2021 bull market, but we did see it in the 2017 bull market, where we hit the 1-day buy nows, called the bottoms on the dips, and then we rallied up. You'll see a lot more sells on the 1-day, but you rarely see multiple 1-day buy nows in the same direction. So the 1-day buy now, that was the dip, and then we went up. Then right here in 2017, March, the dip, we went up. And then July 2017, the dip, we went up. September 2017, the dip, we went up, but there was a lot of sell signals up here. So in bull markets, looking at the 3-day for the sell now signals, and then looking at the 1-day for the buying the dips is definitely key. And right now we have that 1-day prepare to buy soon. So just waiting for that 1-day buy now to flash, and we're likely in the clear. Then looking at XRP has a 1-day prepare to buy soon as well too. Let me throw that up. So as you can see, we have the vertical green line that flashed yesterday, and looking at the past years, the 1-day prepare to buy soon and buy now, when it flashes, it's the low, it's the bottom. So back in June of 2022, it flashed, and then the 1-day sell now flashed. If the 1-day signals on XRP hit it to a T, and that's why for the people who have the automatic bot set up for XRP, we did it on the 1-day chart because it nails it and it rarely gets those swings. So the top, bottom, 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 top, bottom, top, top, bottom, bottom, top. And right now it's looking like we could be close to a bottom. And then especially because the trend lines that I have drawn, the orange trend lines here, span out and have a lot of touch points. So March of 2020, it touched as support, and then January 2021 support, June of 2022 support, September 2022 support, and then all in 2023 as support. And right now we're at that trend line. And then we have another trend line here back December 2019 support, and then resistance April 2020. And we kind of messed around and with it up and down between it. And then September 2020 support, same with January 2021. And then we kind of sliced in and out of it back in the bear market lows. But as you can see, as March 2023 hit, we kind of went less deep on our pullbacks. And then we see that we had support right here, and then right now we're right at it. So a lot of confluence with the 1-day prepare to buy soon, the multiple high time frame trend line supports, as well as the horizontal white support as well too. Looking on the weekly chart, looking all the way back, you can see it's been a key level of support and resistance for like 7 years now. So where we're at right now is definitely critical. It's key. If anything, we were to dip lower, it would be very quick and it would end up being a wick, and then we could come back up and then rally on up. So that's what I'm watching for XRP. But I just want to let you guys know, the people that have the bot set up for XRP, the 1-day prepare to buy soon did flash, and it's about to trigger a long entry on XRP once we get that 1-day buy now. So the worst of it could be done, but you want to definitely maintain cautious. Still, we did fill that CME gap at around 39.5K, 39,000, but there is potential for us to go lower. It doesn't have to happen immediately. We could have that dead cat bounce right back up to 43K, maybe even 44K, and then come back in February lower with Bitcoin to the 34K, maybe even down to the 30K region on a wick, to then immediately come back up and then continue this bull run after the halving. So definitely going to be on the radar. I'll be keeping people updated in real time in the Discord if anything changes on the charts. So you're going to want to join that. The link is in the bio for that, and I'll see you over there and in the next video.